Why are y'all so angry? You have the White House. You have both houses of Congress. You have a Supreme Court that is completely obedient to your president. They're willing to give him unlimited power. They're willing to say that he can take SEAL Team 6 and kill anybody he wants. They were willing to affirm that. They're willing to say that ICE can racially profile anybody they want. The United States Supreme Court has said you can racially profile Latinos based on their accent or the way they look. You guys have everything you want. You have legal racial profiling. You've ended DEI. You've ended affirmative action. You get all the best jobs, even if you're not qualified. You can be a Fox Weekend host and be the Defense Department's Secretary of Defense. You can be Kash Patel and be a podcaster who wants to go to Valhalla and run the FBI, as long as you're conservative. You have everything. Why are y'all so angry? What the fuck are you angry about? You've banned all of our books. You've banned Black history. You banned the 1619 Project. You don't have to compete with women for jobs. You've chased them out of the military. You've chased them out of the senior positions in the Department of Defense. You've gotten rid of all the Black history in the museums. Museums are terrified. I have contacts that I'm talking to inside of the Interior Department, people who are running all of those spaces where you can go and see a Civil War memorial or something. The people who work in these places are terrified. They're afraid to tell the real history. The people who are working for the federal government are afraid to say the word Black. You guys have canceled Black scholarships. You're damn near, I guess, ready to get rid of HBCUs. Donald Trump just recently said they're not going to fund any minority serving institution. Y'all have gotten rid of that. You've gotten rid of help for Black kids to go to college. What more do you want? What are you so angry about? I go every so often, I go and lurk and look on X Twitter. Y'all are the maddest people ever. Y'all are so angry for people who have everything. Y'all said you want your country back. You have it. The rest of us are sitting back and trying to keep our peace and preserve our peace while you all are running the country. If the airlines are crashing, that's you. That's you, the people you wanted to run the United States government. The FBI, y'all are laughing at them on X Twitter and saying that they look ridiculous. That's your FBI. They've purged the people who made the FBI what it was. It's not what you wanted. You have your podcasters running the FBI. You have your friend from the real world running the Department of Transportation. That's what you wanted. There's no longer a gay guy there. The gay guy's gone. The gay guy's at home with his kid and his husband. He's not in charge anymore. The Department of Justice is what you wanted. It's your Justice Department that won't release the Epstein files. If you're mad about the Epstein files, you shouldn't be mad at me and the left. You need to be mad at Donald Trump. You all have the country. You run every red state like it's already Project 2025. You won't let women have abortions in Texas. They're literally dying of sepsis. That's what you wanted. You wanted women to have only 6 weeks to get an abortion in Georgia. You got it. You wanted Texas to be a petri dish and a laboratory for every right-wing, anti-Black, anti-gay, anti-trans idea. And you also got rid of vaccines. Every child in Florida is now going to go to school with kids who could give them measles, mumps, and rubella and COVID. That's what y'all wanted. You now have a paradise in Florida where you can get sick, cough on people, let them die of whatever disease you're carrying. It's almost like you've got the pilgrims again that can come and cough on all the natives and take them out. That's what you wanted. You got it. You wanted Florida to be that. It's that. You wanted the United States to be Florida. It's that. But yet you all are still so angry. I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. I don't mean to rant and rave, but I am genuinely trying to get to the bottom of what you all are so angry about. And I think I have a suspicion and I have a guess. What you all are angry about is that while you have gotten everything you wanted on the right, we on the other side won't give you love for it. We won't respect you for it. We won't hail you for it. We won't respect you and say, hey, we want to, have you at the Oscars. We want to fet you. We want to make you guys, we want to wrap our arms around you. You want us to embrace you. You don't just want to run us and tell us what to do and tell us what to think and tell us what to read and tell us what history we can have. You don't just want to tell us what to do. You want us to embrace you. What you really want is to sit at our table. You're mad because while you are running the country into the ground, you're destroying your own farmers with tariffs. You're destroying your own farmers by taking away their subsidies that used to go with USAID. You got what you wanted. They've ended the farm subsidies. These are the things y'all asked for. You got your big, beautiful budget. That's what you wanted. Trump gave it right to you. You got your permanent tax cut. You're still pissed because the left, the other side, the majority, we still cannot stand you. We cannot stand Christian nationalism. We don't want it. And because we will not say we want your Christian nationalism, we embrace your Christian nationalism. We like your Christian nationalism. We like you. Because we won't do that, that's why you're still mad. But guess what we're going to keep on doing? We're going to keep on being moisturized and unbothered, and we still not going to like it. We're never going to like Christian nationalism. We're never going to accept it. We're never going to be down with it. And our squad is bigger than your squad at the end of the day. We have the Boricuas. We got the Mexican Americans. They done woke up. They said, whoo, Lord, let's go ahead and go with these folks. We got the spicy whites. The spicy white folk are with us. They're with us. Right? We got the Asian Americans who've woken up and said, whoa, we better be with them. Right? Chinese Americans, they see you. Japanese Americans are like, you're going to do internment again? We see you.
South Koreans
are like, whoa, we see you. Y'all gonna kick the South Koreans out. Now you're going to cry because Georgia's going to have a worse economy because you're not going to get to have the South Koreans teaching y'all to have those high-tech jobs. The South Koreans are like, oh, well, sure hate it. Africa's like, we're just going to do business with each other. We got BRICS. We don't need y'all. Tourists are like, we don't need y'all. The African Americans, the Caribbean Americans are getting together and said, yo, why are we fighting each other? Caribbean Americans are like, yo, we were y'all. We made a hip hop together. Let's go off. And you're mad at us because we do not want to be with you. This America you want.
Assume that because we're white, we don't experience racism. And coming from a white woman, I'm only talking about my own perspective. I can't speak for black people. I can't speak for any other race except my.
You know, about 10 years ago, my best friend, who was white, called me up. He said he had just got an account with this bank and they immediately gave him a loan. He called me because he knew that I had a better paying job and I had better credit than him. So I said, yeah, I am looking for a new car. I think I'll go check it out. I went there, I got an account, and then I inquired about a loan. Now I'm working with this older white woman, and she immediately tells me that I'm not qualified for anything. So I leave. I come back about a year later with 2 jobs this time. And I'm greeted by another older white lady. She tells me that I'm still not qualified, that she needs to see more from me. So I leave. I come back a year later, this time with the best job that I've ever had, that paid more than I had ever been paid before. Also at this time, my friend is getting his second loan on a car. She looks at everything and says that she needs to still see more. So I said, you know what, forget this. I'm going to do it on my own. So I go out and I buy my first brand new car. High interest and all. A year later, I come back to get it refinanced. And I'm greeted by a younger white woman. She takes a look and she sees everything that I've done and tells me that she just needs to see more. So I leave. About 6 months later, I decide to try one more time to get that car refinanced. This time I'm helped by a younger black gentleman. He takes a few seconds to look at everything and immediately approves me for that loan. I wonder why. Tell me as a white person when you've had any experience like that.
Peace and enlightenment, peace and enlightenment. Yeah, I'm gonna address you goddamn trolls and you racist bigots. First of all, let's keep it 100. Who the fuck? Now, you're making me get deeper on this. Now I have to assassinate everything you sorry motherfuckers keep trying to say. Oh, take accountability. Oh, do this. But you motherfuckers came here and raped and killed everybody on every landmass you've been on. Name one place that white people, racist, greedy, backstabbing, disloyal, dishonest, deceiving white people, name one place y'all went on the planet and left it in peace. Huh? Don't sit up here and try to tell us, take accountability. Yes, we taking accountability, but every time we take accountability, one of your racist owns try to find ways to destroy our way of coming up. Am I wrong? And no, I already do accountability. I got what I need to get. And hell yeah, I hate seeing the condition my people in. Oh yes, I hate it dramatically. But I do understand the root psychological causes that started that. So are you Negroes up here trying to justify them trying to make a victim of themselves? We're tired of white. No, the world tired of white people. The world been fucked up all by y'all. You think motherfucker that's conscious? I am conscious enough, and I'm tired of your bigotry. I'm tired. I'm fatigued with white folks. Y'all brought it up trying to bring black shit because you see somebody arguing in the store or black people doing what they doing. You motherfuckers came to this country and annexed this land. changed up the history, did all this shit, made it look bad for black people everywhere. You're still telling other races outside this country, whether they black, Mexican, whatever, that black people in America ain't shit. They don't do nothing, but we did all the things in this country. But they gave the slave masters reparations. They gave the Japanese reparations. Oh, I guess none of them wasn't complaining about nothing, huh? You gave everybody something. And I'm talking to you racist bigot whites. I ain't talking to yours that you understand. Every time we talk about something, y'all want to always say, oh, y'all complaining. Y'all victim. What about the fucking shit y'all did here? And the shit you're doing in Africa and different countries you done. Killed up all the Tasmanians. Went around the whole world and raped everybody. You think the world is satisfied how white is running the world? Coming from America? You think they're not fatigued of y'all distorted racist views about everything you do? Killing people, taking their resources? Who the fuck are you? You white folks who's sitting here trying to make you seem like you're moral. It's easy to say that from the position you in when your racist ass ancestors did all this shit and created the ghettos and created all the shit that's going on. Created laws to hinder us. Created things to trap us. This ain't no complaint. This is facts. And you still do it. So who are you? None of you white people in no moral position to tell black people what the fuck we need to take accountability for. Your accountability is get rid of this fucking racism in this country. Your accountability, stop trying to make stuff harder for black people in this country, let alone the world. That's your power. We don't have the power to fuck this country up. Fuck up the oceans. Fuck up the skies. Fuck up the air. Fuck up the food. Who doing that? I am fatigued of you white folks talking about you're something special, but all you doing is demonizing the world and destroying it. And I'm not talking about all of y'all. But I'm talking about y'all just standing on that prideful foot that think you something special. And they got a nerve to try to come around and say, I'm having black fatigue. And then you dumbass Negroes behind them supporting it. They're trying to find a victimization or try to unalive you, brothers. That's what they're doing. Because they know that the Most High in nature is coming for y'all. That's why you're not reproducing. Nature is coming for you. Because you done destroyed the nature of all people on the planet damn near. Even your own. Oh, you're not white, pure white, you're not this. Y'all created this shit. Black people is frustrated, mentally distorted, burnt out, crazy, deranged. You created these Negroes. And yes, it is our business to understand and recognize what's been happening to us, and we need to fix our situation. And many of us are trying to fix our situation, but we got too many fucking distorted, destroyed people that y'all helped create by creating the ghettos and all these things, not having jobs and all these type of things. No Negroes allowed. Oh, you drink the other drinking fountain. Who the fuck created that? You think my ancestors was fatigued with y'all drama? Y'all ain't in no position to talk about anything that's going on. And I'm not discluding the ignorance and the stupidity that our people has gained from y'all positions of systematic racism that you set up. Knows how you gotta blah, blah, blah. No, blah, 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 blah to you. You sitting in that position trying to stay stuck in position like you earned it honestly, like you earned it on a positive level, like you earned it in a way, like you got this shit free. You assassinated everybody. And then want to complain about blacks? Huh? We the ones should be fatigued. I got to get more directive in this. Y'all created the Ku Klux Klan. Y'all created these racist systems. Y'all the one destroyed Black Wall Streets throughout America because you didn't want to see the progress of black people. Do you think we ain't fatigued for that? And every time we try to stand on it and try to come back with something, you got some bigot ass white nationalists with their coward ass coming around saying something? Who the fuck are you? And black people, understand one thing when you finna get set up. They saying that shit like they somebody perfect. Y'all got one of the worst histories in the world. Trying to tell people who the fuck you're tired of. when you went around and distorted the nature of all people on the planet. Melanated people. Mexicans understand that shit. You over here making it difficult for everybody. Coming making these laws. You gotta pay for water. You gotta pay for this. Who created that? I know we didn't. You think we ain't tired of that? And y'all still raising bills and all this type of shit. That ain't our doing. And y'all had a nerve to say that y'all have a black plague. With all the white nationalists around here. School, unaliving kids, pedophilia. All that shit is coming from that zone. And you think we ain't tired of you? While you talking about some petty little shit that's been conditioned in our community, that has been purposely put in our community to bring about these type of degeneracy that we now display? Because those was your degeneracy before y'all came and started annexing and stealing and robbing and raping people's lands. That was y'all degeneracy that y'all see we doing. Y'all the one came to other people's worlds causing conflict. Y'all the one came to Kemet or Egypt causing conflict where they had to send y'all asses to Europe. Don't let me get deep. It ain't just America I'm stacked in. You are. Because you don't got nowhere else to fucking really go. And this is the largest area of whites in America, in the world. So y'all trying to protect that narrative. Y'all trying to make niggas accept what happened to you. You wouldn't accepted this shit neither. You wouldn't accepted this shit. And if my people wasn't so peaceful and so close to doing something right, despite our fucking degeneracy that we display in this world because of the situation that was presented and the position y'all put us in, we still haven't made it our business to unalive every one of you. We show more forgiveness. It proves that we are the children of God. Because you should be lucky that blacks is only displaying it in this way. But if y'all want to keep playing victim, nature has a way of dealing with you, and it's dealing with you. Despite what you're saying. You got one of your own whites in office destroying all type of shit that y'all can't stand. But for us that's unified in this country, it's no disrespect for that, but I know many of y'all understand that. It's no disrespect to whites, anybody else, but racism is the plague. We didn't go around being racist against people, stealing people's stuff, hiding people's shit underground, hiding all the truth. Y'all doing that. And it's a fatigue that we have to keep going through all this shit to find out the truth about stuff that y'all distorted, that y'all destroyed, that y'all annexed, the shit that y'all plagiarized. That's what I'm talking about. We should be fatigued of you, and we are. And those are some of the actions from the stuff that your ancestors created in our communities that tore us from our natural selves. And now we these crazy, deranged, fucking animalistic lunatics that y'all are behind your robes and your little political play tricks and shit. Understand that.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? I hope you all are doing well. But this video reflects my personal opinion and comments, and this video is for educational purpose only. It's not meant to harass or harm any individual. So here is it guys. There's been a lot of ragging lately by white folks that black Americans are not suffering the way they expected. And guys, this is very, very serious and unbelieving, because I never thought white folks would be this wicked and dishonest about black people to the extent that they don't want their suffering to come to an end. Because after everything these black folks have been through, after everything they've gone through, when they were brought as slaves from your country to your country, these people served you for years, and now that they are free, you guys now feel it's something that is threatening. No, it's not supposed to be like that, because these people developed your country. Let's remember, these were the people that your country were built on their backs. So why all the hatred and why all the nasty characters you guys are showing towards them, that they are not suffering like you want them to suffer? Well guys, let's dive into these few clips I have for us to watch, and we'll be back with commentaries. So let's stay tuned guys.
What exactly did black people ever do? Like, I'm genuinely asking, what did we ever do to deserve anti-blackness in every single community?
I've been trying to tell y'all this for a while now, and I hope somebody actually takes heed this time. Contrary to historical belief, what they're teaching now in our schools, we are royalty. We come from a divine heritage that's not taught today in our schools. When it comes to Black history, the most they tell us is about slavery and civil activists, and it usually just stops there. No one ever usually talks about when Black people used to rule. This book is now unavailable on Amazon, but it used to go for $2,000. Why would a book be that expensive? It's because books like this contain our history, what happened to our forefathers, our foremothers, us being whitewashed during the Renaissance. See, before the Renaissance, there's a period in time called the Dark Ages where colored people used to rule. This book just really shows how much of our history was whitewashed. This is when white Jesus came into play, white biblical figures. But they upped the price because they know one thing about Black people. A lot of us don't read. They know we'll pay $2,000 for a Birkin, for a new fit, but not for a book. In Deuteronomy 28, it talks about God's chosen people going into slavery because of their disobedience to his commandments. And when you actually read the curses that these people are sentenced to throughout all their generations, it lines up with our people today. One thing about them, they know history. That's why they were so adamant on us never learning how to read or write or be educated, because they know once that we woke up and we understood this knowledge, oh, it's over for them. They hate us because they ain't us. Like, it's literally that simple. It's deeper than the color of your skin. Our lineage stems from royalty.
Instead of confronting the problems in their community, they immediately go to Black people. You pivoting to Black people. You understand what I'm saying? See, that's why I don't like to hear no talk from other groups, other immigrants. No, notice they didn't pivot to Hispanics. They didn't pivot to Asians. That's why all that people of color crap and all this other groups need to do this and that. No, they pivot immediately to Black people. They didn't pivot to Africans. They didn't pivot to Caribbeans. Immediately pivot to us. That's what they do. They never want to confront their issues. And that alone, not confronting their issues, is what they're talking about. Their numbers. That's what's getting rid of your numbers, is you not confronting your issues. They were talking very, very greasy before this guy was captured. Now, since he's captured, all their conversation got different now. Trump was talking about radical left and all, but Trump was just going in about that, right? Then they capture him and they like, oh, well, I mean, this is sad. I'm like, what I have learned about that culture, they have a rule. It don't matter what horrific thing that they do, you do not openly condemn it. You don't. It don't matter who you do it to, who they do it to. And a lot of them like Charlie Kirk. I would think that they would really be just on the same energy. Why you turn the energy to Black people when you should be turning it to your own community and say, wait a minute, hold on. What are we doing in this community? Why are we doing all this? It's no discussion.
Why does everybody hate us so much? We are the benchmark by which all the others measure themselves. I need you to know that. I need you to understand that. We are the yardstick by which everyone else measures themselves. What does that got to do to a person? When they see a whole group of people whose hair defies gravity, how you do that? When they see a whole group of people who everything except a nuclear bomb has been dropped on us, and we are the rose that grows in concrete. What does that do to a person? When everything about the way we move and walk shapes global culture, what does that do to a person? And all of the influence that Black Americans in particular have globally, baby, from where I sit, it doesn't suggest inferiority. Quite frankly, it says the opposite. And they know. Here's the problem. Many of us don't know. It's weird when the oppressor sees something in you that you don't even see in yourself. Okay. And now it is time as a collective that we truly start understanding who we are, and understanding who we are, you will then begin to understand why they are so bothered. And I'm going to tell you now, when I stepped into this level of enlightenment, I actually love it here. I really do love it here. I navigate the world so differently. I grew up much like many of us, shrinking around white people, trying not to cause no disturbance, trying not to Baby, now I take my rightful place. Everywhere I go, I stand up, I take my rightful place. And if it makes you uncomfortable, get into it. Like Maya Angelou said, does my haughtiness offend you? And I let them get into it. That's the you problem. All this black boy swag, non-matching Burberry and all, I let them hoes get into it. And I think it's time that we all figure out who we are, step into our rightful place, and let them hoes get into it.
We talk about how miserable white people are for a second. Like, you know that white people are miserable, right? Like, have you ever looked a white person in the eye, even if they're like a big mental health person? You just look deep down and you're like, brother, you are not happy at all. And truly, it breaks my heart. But one reason, I think, one of the main reasons that a lot of white people, a lot of us are really unhappy and miserable is because we lack internal congruence. Now, congruence is a concept we learned early in grad school to help people heal. And congruence is basically internal alignment. Values and actions are on the same page, right? Like, we accept every part of ourselves. We feel peace, security in who we are, congruence. And no matter how hard you try, you can never find internal congruence if you're not congruent with the world around you. If you're not understanding what's real and seeing reality and affirming what's true. So like white people who deny patriarchy and capitalism's negative effect and oppression of the world and genocide that's happening around the world, like that's incongruent with reality. That is going to have an effect on us internally. Because to deny what's happening in real time, we have to deny certain parts of us, certain emotions, certain thoughts that come up. And the more we run for that, the more incongruent and separate we feel, the more dissonance that comes, the more miserable we are. And a lot of times we're not actually dealing with our own pain and our own reality because we're all suffering under capitalism and white supremacy. Like, it affects us different ways in intersectionality, but like it affects us white people too. You don't think a stormtrooper in the fucking Star Wars movies hates his life? You don't think he hates being bossed around all the time? You don't think poor white people living in the empire, like in a city walls, like in a Game of Thrones, like you don't think that they're miserable under it, even though they're not miserable the most? To be congruent inside, to not be miserable anymore, it takes accepting the realities of the world, seeing how those toxic systems affect us, and then moving to actually be congruent. Because deep down, humanity has goodness at its center. So yeah, white people, we're miserable because we're not congruent, because we're denying the realities of the world, and thus denying ourselves.
So welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the channel. You can see from the stitches I just put out there for us to watch, I believe that has shown us a lot and tell us a lot about how these white folks have been so angry and triggered about black people, that black people are not suffering the way they expected. That's a very, very bad way to think about someone who have really done a lot for your country. Yes. You know, white folks are angry because they now see that black people are getting into position they never expected them to get to. Like, black people are taking over the managing roles in companies. Not just that, they are being the senior staffs. Some black people are being the head of some big organizations in the United States. That's the reason why most of all these white folks, white Americans, are angry over at black people. That they are coming and taking their position. Like, they're saying that because they want black people to keep suffering. And they want black people to keep being their slave. Like, they're talking like as if this slave era has not ended up yet. They're talking like it's still into existence that is not into. You know, these people have suffered a lot when you guys brought them to your country as slaves. All over the country, you guys go and rape black women, torture black people, make black people your slaves, kill some young black fellows. You know, I'll say it and I'll keep saying it, that there's nothing that black people have achieved from those white people, because wherever they go all over the world, they cause crisis, havoc, torture, they rape their women, do a lot of things to them, and then they bring them as slaves to their countries and still torture them and systematically retain them, not for them to get into the right position they're supposed to get to, which is very, very bad. These white people want us to keep being under them. They want to be our masters forever. That's the reason why they are coming out to say that black people are not suffering the way they expected them to. And it's very, very frustrating to see white folks act like this after everything black people have done for them in their country. You know, black people have done a lot, and we all know that. So welcome to the end of this video. I want you to drop a super thought in the comment section, and don't also forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned and watch out for my next video, guys. Bye. Have a nice day.